Hey everybody, Ninja Hawk here. Today I wanted to do an interesting video, which is I wanted to see if the Crash Team Racing Nitro Field Crash Nitro Kart tracks are better than the original, or are the originals still better? Let's find out in part 1, which will be only comparing the tracks. Part 2 will be the soundtrack. Let's begin.
Now, on to the first world, Terra.
Beginning off with the beginner's track, we have Inferno Island. I like both versions, but the Nitro Field version is so much better, and it has like this very cool nighttime volcano thing, which really actually makes it even better than the original, so winner goes to Nitro Field. Getting to the second track, we have Jungle Boogie, and which one do I prefer? Definitely the original. Both shortcuts are way more fair in the difficulty curve for the old one. The new one is far too easy, and also I just like the color palettes better in the original. Finishing off Terra, we have Tiny Temple. Nitro Field version is easily not my favorite. It's too short, and I don't like how it has Ultra Sacred Fire on that map. I just prefer the original for more than just, well, everything, but also like the length of the level, which is what really sells it for me. Anyhow, we're going away from Terra on to the next world, Baron. Going into the first Baron level, we have Meteor Gorge, a favourite of mine, and also the easiest for Platinum Relics. Both are excellent, but my favourite will always be the original. I like the lava effects from Nitro Field, but I feel like it should be called Lava Gorge instead of Meteor Gorge because, well, it doesn't have as much of the snow as the original. Talking about a deep win here in deep sea driving, definitely Crash Nitro Kart version. Everything all around better, plain simple. I will give credit on Crash Team Racing Nitro Field's version, with the beginning being pretty fun, not gonna lie. Ending off Baron, we have Baron Ruined. All around original winner here. This time around it's due to too easy difficulty on the new one and shortcut. I did well, but on to the world I absolutely enjoy, Phenomena. Aren't we running out of time? No, I'm kidding. Anyhow, the first Phenomena level, out of time. And unlike the other levels where I prefer the original because, well, personal opinion, I prefer everything how it looks, here I prefer it even more. So why exactly is it? Well, this time around the new version is all around garbage. Anyhow, get this thing out of here. Let's start off with the new Clockwork Wampa instead of the old one for this particular version. I'm gonna point out, wow, I actually enjoy this one a lot, and this is very close to the original. Like, I mean, very close. I like the outdoor sections a lot. But if there was one thing if there was two things I don't particularly think that makes this version better than the original. I don't enjoy that pinkish purple, and I'm not a fan of the new windows, but had it not been for those two things, it could have been easily the definitive version, or just as good as the original. Who knows, but time races on. Down to the final Phenomena stage, we have Thunderstruck, my hated level in Crash Nitro Kart, and for a very good reason, because it was far too long and annoying. So how does the new version improve over the old one? Literally way, way better. It's thankfully the right size that I wanted it to be, and oh my god, I had a much more fun time over the original. The original, I do like some parts like the roller coaster, which isn't in the new one, but other than that, I do not miss the old one whatsoever. Winner goes to Nitro Field. Let's move on to the final world, Techni. Going into assembly lane, dramatically improved in Nitro Field. The stage is a lot better in the newer version. I do like the old one, however. It is still pretty cool, but the Nitro Field version adds in a free lane way at the very end of the stage, and I actually really enjoy it. Just the only thing I don't like from the new one is I don't like how the trap is slow, but hey, I mean, other than that, the rest of the stage is still really good, so winner, Nitro Field. Moving into the future, we have Android Alley. Cool starting area. I'm actually not going to lie, this is a pretty awesome way to compromise zero gravity, but that's about it. Maybe if this was in like a newer track and it was not Crash Nitro Kart, I'd be happy, but just like with the other track I previously covered with the newer over older sections, this time around it's all around win to the old one, so winner definitely goes to Nitro Kart. And also, you know what, I want to add in one extra last piece in. I don't like how they removed the cleaners at the end from the newer one instead of the old one where they were there. And also, I just don't like the difficulty in the new version. But anyhow, let's move over to the next track. On to my tied #1 track, Electron Avenue, which I also love as much as Clockwork. So, what's the difference between the new and old one? Well, I love both. Yes, there is differences, but I love both. So let's get into it. Start off with CTR. Love the anti-gravity section. This is a perfect example of like anti-gravity on its absolute best. Love that glitch shortcut that you can do with the hill anti-gravity section. As for the new one, I really enjoy the long length as well too, but I enjoy the Ultra Sacred Fire, which works so perfect here, and it also has its own shortcut, but this time around it's not a glitch, but it's still almost just as awesome. Both tracks are awesome. I prefer the original a little bit more, but you know what, even if I did like one over the other, I'm gonna say this right now, these two are my favorites. But anyhow, let's move over to the final track where things get very opinionated compared to this one where I love both. The final moment, here it comes. It is Hyperspaceway. So how does this improve over the original? You know what? I'm going to show you gameplay. The best version. Now, the new version. You kidding me? You take away the best part? How did you go from this to this? How the heck did you take away the entire purpose of what made the track so awesome. And before anyone goes, but Ninja Hawk, there's no anti-gravity in Crash Team Racing. Well, buddy, you can actually make this happen by adding like a little thing to the car that actually makes it like stick to walls, and maybe like around the track they'll have like these little magnet things that actually make the tires connect to the track. It doesn't have to work exactly like Nitro Kart, but it could be like, you know, a great anti-gravity system, but without, you know, the very tight Nitro Kart version. Like, come on, there is a million better things they could do better. How did you mess this up, Beanox? I could go a million details into how the magnet like gravity thing works and all that stuff, but we would be here for like over 5 hours, and I bet nobody wants to spend that time on this particular video. But anyhow, winner is far too easy. It definitely is the original. F the new one. Sad to see that these tracks, majority of them are nowhere as good as the original, but you know what? We'll wait for part 2 to come out, but in the meanwhile, let's finish off 2 stages I absolutely hate. Finish them!
Scorpion wins. Flawless victory. Fatality.
Nah, I can't do the same thing for the second one. I gotta come up with something Yes! I'm not making this up, by the way. I only just came with it right now. Dun dun dun! This is gonna be a good one. And the award goes to... Jack wins. Flawless victory. Fatality!